is classified as the second largest dairy producing and dairy consuming country in sub-Saharan Africa. Kenya is a land of promise. It is positioned to be one of the region's market leaders for value-added dairy products, but to maintain and expand market leadership, the Kenya dairy sector must increase its competitiveness in the region marketplace and transform the informal sector to ensure consumer safety. To achieve this potential, the United States government is supporting Kenyan government through the Kenya Dairy Sector Competitiveness Program. The 5-year program was awarded to Land O'Lakes International with financial and technical support of the United States Agency for International Development.
The primary goal of the program is to increase household incomes through the sale of quality milk. We implement the program mainly through a business development services approach, where we work and facilitate stakeholders in the industry to do what they need to do.
To execute the program, Land O'Lakes is working with local experts from 8 farms. Each farm has a target of reaching over 30,000 beneficiaries before the close of the program.
From our database of several local consultants drawn from all over Kenya, Land O'Lakes has a competitive process by which for every intervention that we roll out in the dairy sector, we select the best bidder that can offer us the best service to work with those dairy farmers.
With the support of the PS Ministry of Livestock, the program was instrumental in the formation of National Dairy Task Force, which is chaired by the MD Kenya Dairy Board.
Kenya is one of the countries that has got solid dairy development. However, there's still a lot that requires to be done for it to be more beneficial to the Kenyans. And on this, I would really like to thank the US government very much, because the US government, through the USAID and resources availed through Land O'Lakes for this Kenya Dairy Sector Competitiveness Program, these resources have been used across the countryside to create activities and invigorate the activities of dairy development.
For effective outreach, the program is developing a milk shed development model. This approach will maximize milk collection and transport efficiencies, hence reduce costs and install best quality assurance practices throughout the milk shed. The program is operating in 2 provinces divided into 8 milk sheds. In the Rift Valley province, we have Nakuru, Kericho, Lesos, and Trans Nzoia milk sheds. While in Central Province, we have Kinangop, Kabete, Gatanga, and Nyeri milk sheds. It is estimated that each milk shed can competitively deliver 50,000 to 100,000 liters of milk per day if the right interventions are put in place.
For a long time we've been on a traditional grazing system, but the programs have come in to really support. A lot of sensitization has been done, a lot of demonstration on silage making has been done.
Dairy farming in the slopes of the Aberdare Ranges has escaped time. With the coming of the program, dairy farming is now being transformed into a profitable business. Ichichi Dairy Farmers Society is one of the cooperatives in the region that has been revived by the program.
The colonial government thought it twice. They studied the area and we were given a dairy. Then after a time it collapsed. But now, through the Kenya Dairy Sector Competitive Program, I have about five farmers who are producing 50 liters of milk, which gives an average of 20 liters per cow. This is unheard of in our society, and this is through the initiative. We have been having the exchange visits. We have gone to breeders' show. Our group have gone there. We have also been taken to places like Sabasaba, where our farmers could see how other farmers are doing in other areas. So when they come here, they are able now to give the animals the correct feeds.
Poor infrastructure is a key challenge in transporting milk from farmers to bulking centers. Use of commercial vehicles that can handle this terrain is expensive. the program has identified cost-effective method of transporting using three-wheeler motorcycle. This has reduced the cost of transport per litre. The health of the farmer is of paramount importance. Land O'Lakes has teamed up with other organizations that promote the health of the farmer.
As the farmers are receiving the education on the various topics that they do during their field days, we also bring what we are calling a medical package. So our medical package, it consists of health education. We give health education to the farmers. We offer medical services, including family planning, immunization, antenatal care.
The program is building capacity for cooperative management on how to transform farmer organizations into profitable businesses and providing services to their members in cost-effective manner. The program periodically organizes forums to share knowledge on policy guidelines, quality standards, as well as technical support within their businesses.
We wanted to ensure that they understand the use of the business plan tool and the strategic plan as a tool to develop their businesses. We also intended to use this forum to bring all service providers that are likely to be partners in the growth of their businesses.
These workshops strengthen and boost the morale of farmers and cooperatives to transforming dairy farming into a viable business.
This meeting has benefited us because we have been empowered at least to get more farmers and also to go and sensitize farmers on various methods of milk production.
Ihororo Dairy Cooperative Society is situated at the slopes of Mount Kenya in Tetu district. It is the practice of cooperatives to provide transport to their members. The program has identified the use of digital weighing scale with memory as a solution to transparency and efficiency.
Tunapendelea hii ya kisasa. Shauri maziwa marivile na wakia tunabishana na hawa wenye kupima. Na hii ya siku hizi inaonekana vile inapima ndio kweli na tunapendelea hiyo.
One of the key services the program is doing is to encourage the cooperatives to offer its members feed supplements. Ihororo Cooperative Society is growing, and more farmers are seeing the benefit of being part of the program. For example, Mr. Kinuthia is one of the successful farmers in Nyeri Milk Shed. Through the knowledge and skills provided by the program, he is now milking over 250 liters per day. His zero grazing farm is quite impressive. He now keeps records and all his cows are registered and insured.
We have learned that the cow comfort can add the production by about 10%. This is the sawdust. The sawdust acts like a mattress. When a cow sleeps on it, it feels a lot of comfort. The cow does not make milk when it's feeding. It makes milk when it's resting and converting its food to the milk.
Eldoret Town is the business hub for the North Rift farmers. In this region, there are 4 milk sheds where the Kenya Dairy Sector Competitiveness Program is mapping its presence.
In Trans Nzoia Milk Shed, I would sum up what we have done so far as follows. 1, we have reorganized the farming groups, the SBOs, to come together so that they are able to benefit in terms of the numbers that they have. 2, we have been able through these organized groups now to have the required production inputs be available to the farmer at a cheaper cost because they are buying in volumes. 3, we have been able now to organize through farmer field schools an ability to avail the information to the farmers almost at a village level. 4thly, we have been able to link the service providers so that they are able to be accountable and can be called at any time to give service.
Kwa upande wa production, ninaona ni vizuri na ni furaha yangu kukamua na kupata maziwa mengi ili kwamba ninaendelea na mapato mengi kwa kuweza kunisaidia. Hii ni silage. Watu wa Land O'Lakes walipokuja wakatufundisha na tukaona ilikuwa ni vizuri kwa sababu tungeweza kulisha naye ng'ombe na tutapata more production kushinda kama vile tungekuwa na mahindi. Sikukuwa na shamba lakini sasa nimenunua kutokana na maziwa. Nimechimba maji ya kisima ambao niika hapa. Mungu amenijalia pia nimepata tangi, nataka ni raise up ikuje juu alafu niwe nikipigilia maji kwa tangi alafu ng'ombe ipate maji.
The program has also supported the development of a sector-wide web-based application that will serve as a complete dairy and livestock management information system for the country. Here, the application provides easy interface for data collection and analysis. The KDSC program is facilitating the strengthening of business service providers to expand the number of innovative low-cost, high-impact services, inputs and technologies available in the marketplace and increase utilization of these goods and services.
The importance of these raw materials is that you mix on your own, so you know what you normally give your cow and at which ratios.
Land O'Lakes has been helping us to reach out to farmers. For example, now we have just received a check from Mogotio Farmers Cooperative Society. This is a cooperative society that we were introduced to by this program under the Kenya Dairy Sector Competitiveness Program.
Across Nakuru town is a machinery service shop where this new invention has thrilled farmers. It can grind fodder in small slot of chewable feed for a cow.
Kazi yake ni kutengeneza chakula ya ng'ombe. Inakatakata nepia, maize stalks, maize cobs, inasiaga zinakuwa unga. Nauzanga kama 50 pieces hivi per month. Kwa hivyo biashara hii kitu ni nzuri.
Mr. Kimani is a trained artificial insemination officer. Before the coming of the program, his work was challenging. Farmers did not understand the importance of artificial insemination.
Huyu ng'ombe anaitwa Marion, nime-inseminate leo. Tumekuwa tukifanya kazi na watu wa KDSP, wametusaidia sana kwa field schools za wakulima. Mbeleni kabla hatukuwa na hiyo masomo, tulikuwa tunapatia kama kezi 4 kwa siku, lakini sasa zimeongezeka sana, hata tumefurahi zimekuwa kama 12.
While a lot is already known about the constraints facing the sector, strengthening industry-level competitiveness requires shared vision, clear and measurable goals, benchmarks, consensus building, collaboration and partnerships, clear roles and accountability for all industry stakeholders. This program, in collaboration with industry stakeholders, has launched a milk quality improvement program aimed at ensuring consumer safety and expanding the export market. In some parts of the country, milk is transported using plastic containers that affect quality of the milk. The program is promoting the use of quality aluminium containers. The program has sensitized and engaged all the stakeholders to address issues of quality. Brookside ensures stringent testing procedures are conducted at each bulking center. Farmers groups have been encouraged to install coolers where milk can be chilled and bulked for transportation using the recommended tanks for transport. This is a monthly meeting where stakeholders meet to review and develop the dairy regulations that govern the dairy industry in Kenya.
What we're doing here today is we're developing dairy regulations that are going to enable the industry to move forward, particularly in marketing our products, both locally and internationally.
One of the key constraints to this activity is the lack of both domestic and export market information. KDSC program commissioned a market survey on milk and dairy products survey and consumer survey that would provide the much-needed information to empower the industry at large. The overall approach of this study was to undertake a diagnostic of the market and thereafter develop effective strategies that inform stakeholders on how to design consumer awareness campaigns to increase consumption, which would then lead to increased production and inevitably increased income to the smallholder dairy farmer.
The key findings of the study will really help us in trying to develop our processing and also the challenges that are there in the market. That is one of them. Also, some of the recommendations and the strategic way forward that has been given, I think will be of benefit to us as a small dairy processor and also as a teaching institution.
The program has installed an electronic monitoring and evaluation system and integrated management system that provide information on all activities among the stakeholders.
Farmers who are participating, who are members of farm groups that are working with us, which are so far we've managed to work with the 114, have doubled their income from 2008 to current.
The future of the dairy industry in Kenya is very bright. If only we can work together to sort the quality issues that prevent us from exploiting the international market, and if we could adopt the right technologies to bring our costs down.
For the 2.5 years, the Kenya Dairy Sector Competitiveness Program has been in operation. We have seen the dairy subsector grow by an estimated 3% to 4% annually, contributing to 40% of the agricultural GDP and 4% of the national GDP.